Hello, creatures of the internet, and welcome to the Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. This is an itch.io game, just like always. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to play. This is one of those weird games where I think I actually played this like years ago, and it never became a video, like beginning of this channel on the laptop. This game makes extensive use of sound. Play with headphones for the best experience. Done and done. Occasionally, it may take control of your browser. It is not optimized for mobile. For content and trigger warnings, click here. I'm not going to click here. This is a horror game. Don't know how spooky it's gonna be. Let's go. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Ooh, what is our Michael? Your best friend Michael has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. Ask your mom? You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Okay, so you can click some things, other things you can't click. That's a little funky. I thought it would just be like choices from how this is laid out. That's cool. And I like this art. This is cute. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Michael's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. So far, the only thing that's kind of annoying is there's no sound effects so far. I'm thinking there's going to be because there was a warning for headphones. So hopefully you behave yourself, okay? She says, as always, I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Why would I be an asshole? Yes, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful, it's probably gonna rain. You kiss Mom goodbye, fuck that. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Michael's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Michael waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. And inside. Oh, we have sounds. It is 6 p.m. Okay. Oh, Michael's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Michael are camping out there tonight. Cool. You drop your sleeping bag and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch is a grandfather clock ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls over the dark fireplace that hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Michael's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's the big screen TV. Oh, hell yeah, boys. We go watch some movies. I really do like this art. I expected it to kind of be, I don't want to say newer, but like I expected it to not look as rough. I don't know what the actual term for the style is. I'm a sucker for this style, where it looks kind of like it's been sketched, kind of. I like the colors too. It works. It works. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Michael's house is than yours. Anyway, wow, we jealous bitches. We get it. We come from a troubled home. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Oh, no, we already did this. Okay. The way it's laid out is kind of weird where like you can press the red ones. Some of them lead to actual choices and other ones are just explanations. It's kind of funky. Michael entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he now stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? Yeah! Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Michael's favorite meals, as his mother points out while piling a helping onto your plate. Michael's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Michael are getting into at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. Why is cracks a beer highlighted? Wait, that wasn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was a beer? Michael's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact, now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever. Oh, that's kind of weird. All right. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go... Oh, fuck. Oh, no. You go along now, says Michael's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Michael. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Michael's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Michael, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first, usually. I mean, it is his house. That kind of makes sense. So Michael's like our well-off friend with multiple systems. That's the vibe I'm getting. And with like no family problems? Is that also what I'm getting? But as Michael begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of the other things he has in there. All the major stuff, an old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too. Oh my god, that is like editor's wet dream. But some other things too. I'm not shitting on the older systems. I like the older systems, but honestly, out of all three of those, I'd probably just default to PlayStation. But some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on the other side, a compact white cone. Wait, what the hell is... Okay, I'm kind of confused. What are those supposed to be? Huh, what are those? Michael looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says they're pretty cool. I can't show you to them though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Okay, so I don't know if this is based off an actual creepypasta or not. I'm gonna actually look it up after this, but I don't know. It's giving the vibes that it's based off, so maybe it's just well written. I like the red text in this, like the fact that it's changed some things and the fact that it has choices. It's really weird. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Michael is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Let's see, talk to Michael, watch Michael play, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, think about Michael's uncle. Grandfather clock. It's 7. Framed pictures, you walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Michael cradled lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family. Look for pictures of Michael's uncle. Do something else. Look for pictures of Michael's uncle. You don't find any, not one. The only pictures here are of Michael and his parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. Talk to Michael, maybe? What would you like to talk about? Games, of course. For a while, you and Michael talk about the game on the TV. It's not one you're familiar with, and Michael explains the elaborate systems in some detail. You're in the den. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, it's loud. Go to the bathroom, maybe? Or like go to the kitchen, get a drink? Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. There are a few things here. Soda, cold pizza, milk, a water pitcher. I would get water. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. Go to the bathroom? You head to the bathroom, down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. The shower's pristinely clean. There's a linen closet filled with large puffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in here. You go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Okay, go back. Michael's mother bustles into the room holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Michael, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Michael's mom. Here's some popcorn, extra butter. She places it on the floor by Michael. Almost immediately, Michael is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles, first at him and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you. She looks at Michael. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, all right? Yes, Mom, Michael says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. That's fucking weird. I don't care who you are, that's weird. That's a little weird. That's a little sus. Kind of sus, my bro. For the first time, Michael stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. Think about Michael's uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe it at first when Michael came to school one day and told you he had finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was. Mew. The 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Michael's game. It's really strong, he said. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Michael demonstrated this claim at recess. When you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle, you were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Michael's Mew. You asked Michael how he managed to get it. Oh, my uncle has a job at Nintendo, said Michael. You were walking home together past one of the construction crews. Michael still lived next door to you at the time. Oh. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing at an intersection when Michael's a truck rumbled by, loaded with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Michael move? There was something nice about being neighbors. He also got me this new Game Boy, said Michael, pulling out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Michael now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Till today, he had one of those old ones, a big gray brick like yours. This one's special edition, said Michael. Isn't it cool? You agreed. You snap out of your reflections. Remember your own Mew? You got your own Mew eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent the entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Michael's. Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes, but when Michael's had wiped out everyone at school, it had looked completely different. Compact, snarling, fierce. You asked him why. What? He said. That had been here in the den. Oh, that thing? It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew. First of all, he said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. Michael hadn't moved by then, but how long after? Michael had moved by then, but how long was that after the first storm, after he got Mew? You can't remember. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so you've got like amnesia. You've forgotten stuff, man. That's a little weird. And he's supposed to be your best friend. What the heck? You asked what he meant by that. Just what I said, Michael replied. You cheated, got a fake Mew, so of course there'd be problems, glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks red, but not me, Michael said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Michael's brother, what about him? Why does remembering that comic make you feel uneasy? You snap out of your reflections. Oh god, it begins raining outside. Ask about Uncle's visit. So why is your uncle coming? Your uncle stays with you when he visits. Both are equally important, I think. We'll go with the first one. Michael shrugs. Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Michael, frowning but not looking away from the screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Why else would my uncle be coming, Michael says, as if you'd asked him the dumbest question in the world. Michael pauses the game and then turns towards you, visibly asks you, how should I know? I don't work for them. Right now, he's not quite yelling, but you think if you press any subject, he might. Sorry, I was just curious. You dropped the conversation in silence. Watch Michael play. Michael invites you over to play a game of Mario Kart. Michael wins every round pretty easily, and you start to feel like this was a mistake. He's just too competitive, and frankly, a lot better than you. Good game, he says, smirking. Good game. Ready to try again? Let's switch it up, you say. Ask about Uncle's visit. Your uncle stays with you when he visits? Yeah, says Michael nonchalantly. He lives pretty far away, and so he just drops by. Isn't that a little weird? Michael gives you a look that you don't like very much. How would you know? He asks. You don't even have an uncle. Yeah, I guess so. You drop the conversation in silence. Grab a handful of popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. So what are we supposed to do? We'll go ahead and grab some pizza. Talk to Michael. Oh, that's a new thing. Ask if Michael thinks the storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think a storm will be as bad as the last one we had before? I don't like the sound of the wind. You remember that storm we had that tore down all the trees? I'm gonna do the second one. I don't know what you're talking about, says Michael. You don't remember? Remember what? The storm. It happened a few weeks ago. It was huge and it took down trees. Michael shakes his head. If it was important, I'm sure I would have remembered it. You fall silent. So you remember this, but he doesn't. That's okay. So there's weird like amnesia for both characters. That's so weird. What the fuck? You began talking about a mutual acquaintance who moved away, but Michael quickly changes the topic. An hour passes. The grandfather clock chimes the hours. Michael suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Time for what? Someone knocks at the front door. Oh god. That's him, says Michael, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but a big part of you feels like being scarce for a bit. We're gonna be scarce. Where to go? Oh my god, kitchen. What? You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you, or at least this could have been a bathroom. The walls are bare and white, and there's no sink or toilet. There are some odd, featureless white boxes that could stand for a shower or a linen closet. You slip into the plain white box that's about the size of a shower. From the front of the house, you can hear the front door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except bad instruction, child. That child! The rain. No, not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your head, like bad instruction, I'm coming for you, child. Like something you can't even begin to describe. Okay, so though you lock the door behind you, you can hear it open easily. Hold your breath or close your eyes. Close my eyes? You're not sure how you know something's out there because you don't exactly. Bad instruction, oh child. You hear it moving, but you don't know it's there. And you know it's stopped. Right outside your hiding spot. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. Oh, what the hell? Oh, child, oh, I'm sorry, you cannot run, child. Hello, child, no more words, child. Hello, child, struggle seas, screaming seas. I have friends for you, child, friends for you in the dark. You will play forever in the dark. Hello, child. Oh, what the fuck? The uncle who works for Nintendo. Okay. Holy shit! There's 5 endings! We got run! Holy shit! Restart from the beginning. Okay, I want to try this. Okay, she leans out the window to you. So this is the same. This is the same. I want to see if I can get it, if I can get a different ending. I want to see if I can get a different ending. Okay, so it's 6. No, I didn't go to the den. other things. Those look cool. Michael looks at the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. I can't show them to you. Okay, so part of it is the same. His uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. I really like the art for this game. This has me. I have so many questions, man. Think about Michael's uncle. A few days everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. The allure had faded. Talk to Michael. About school. You and Michael discussed class a few days ago when the teacher publicly chastised a classmate you mutually dislike. We're gonna go ahead and do I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. Michael takes a moment to respond as if he is not quite sure he heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Michael stands up, fist clenched at his sides, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step towards you and you clench your teeth and wait. Michael darts forward and pushes you onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take the initiative and throw a punch before you can go for you again. You take a moment to be dazed. Let's throw a punch. You shove yourself off the floor and send your fist into Michael's stomach. For a moment, you're shocked at what you've done as he stands there gasping in his pajamas, but then suddenly,
that explosion, I hate you.
You hear something, or you think you hear something, someone shouting, then you've fallen flat on the floor. For a moment, you don't think you can get up. Your whole body feels heavy. Did he hate you? I hate you, says Michael. Leave me alone. You finally manage to sit up as he turns back to his game. Oh, call your mom. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen where your phone sits on the counter. Call mom. Dial your mom's work number and wait. She picks up after 3 rings. Hi, Mom. I want to go home. Things are really weird. Ooh. I want to go home? Something in your voice seems to give her pause. Okay, I'll call the sitter and tell her to come pick you up. It'll probably be an hour. Is that okay? I don't know what time it is now. Fuck. That's not gonna happen, honey, she said. Just sit tight. Thank you. Of course, she says with a hint of a sigh. Call her now, okay? She'll be there in an hour. She hangs up, returns to the bed, and pack your things. Michael doesn't even look away from the TV as you come in. What are you doing? Explain to him that you're— oh no. What? Michael stands up, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. Almost time for what? You can't go, says Michael, ignoring your question. There's so much stuff I had planned for tonight. I was gonna let you play the next Zelda game, the one that's not even out yet. Before you can say anything, he's already running upstairs. Michael continually runs up and down the stairs, bringing you games and consoles while you pack up your things. Every time you present something new, you ignore him or brush him off with an uncaring shrug. Please, Michael says, just stay. Stay the night, please. Outside, you hear a car horn honk. No, you say, and with your night bag slung over one shoulder, you march to the front door and exit into the night. As you walk to the sitter's car, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you catch one last look over your shoulder, back to the house. Michael's standing in the doorway, totally still, not screaming, not crying, not doing much of anything. The car begins to pull away from the house, and as you watch, you see his parents appear in the doorway behind him. Wave. Without acknowledging you, Michael's parents lay their hands on his shoulders. They turn Michael back into the house, the door closing just as everything slides out of view. When you turn around in your seat, you look out the back window, you can't even see the house's lights. Michael doesn't show up at school on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. On Thursday, you ask your teacher, Mr. Scott, where Michael is. He blinks at you confusedly. Oh, he says eventually. Michael, well, I'm surprised he didn't tell you about this, but he and his family moved away. The house is empty when you ride your bike by that afternoon. It somehow seems even larger without anything or anyone in it. A for sale sign stands in the yard out front. You never see Michael again, and eventually the years pass. You forget about him entirely. Oh, that's so weird. Oh my god. So, wait. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, so exit. Exit is the one we just got. Holy shit! Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cap it here. My theory is the uncle is actually an entity that maybe the parents made a deal with this weird entity for like money or other things, because Michael's family is pretty well off, and I think that kind of plays into it because it's mentioned a lot. So I think that's definitely part of it. So I think the parents made a deal with whoever the uncle is, and I think they have to offer the uncle a person to like take, kill, whatever creepypastas do with people. I think maybe that's what happened to the brother, because it mentioned his brother, but it kind of brushed by it, like he didn't remember the brother for a second. I think whatever the entity is has to mess with like your brain to a certain degree. Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Oh, I like this. I want to get the other endings. Okay, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see the other endings, or if you want to see me play this on Twitch, let me know in the comments below. There's still 3 locked endings. That was creepy as hell. And that was the uncle that works at Nintendo. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It'd mean the world to me. Until next time, friends. Bye. And that was the uncle from